कैसे हो? मैं अच्छा हूँ राज, आप बताओ कैसे हो? गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग।
She cannot explain it. Her constellations and how our love ain't engineered to last. She claims intervention, cosmic tension, pulled our strings apart. I know I won't get no favors from the stars. Sweeter than sound, wrapped in a cold embrace. She believed in the stars being a lonely place. All over my skin, I'm bathed in sin when you lie with me. So go on, tell them why it must be this.
तुम्हारा दिमाग घूम गया है? चोट लगा दे, क्या करें?
The air hissing rudely induces in me a fleeting fury as the meaning rattles in my head. She blamed it on Saturn, set the pattern on my palms. The reason she made her decision spelled the end. I don't do telekinesis, well, you just tell me what's been love. I know you ain't let me in. Give up on the stars, I gave you something more to believe in. Sweeter than sound, wrapped in a cold embrace. She believed in the stars being a lonely place. All over my skin, I'm bathed in sin when you lie with me. So go on, tell them why it must be. I'm fiction without you, lonely in the night sky. I don't have no way to stop driving into. Blows with my stars if you say we don't have no chance.
I'll be ready whenever you are.
Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
बाय,
Hey!
बुलानी आ
You
गई।
didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell
अले
party, did you?
तरंदिल गुस्सा हो गया।
Hey, Aneva. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? No chance.
Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparations. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects to the almighty Dragon Lord!
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Krai. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Chaska, Ian-san, Auroron, even the Pyro Archon herself.
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really knows how you're wired?
Alright, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
Woohoo! Party time!
Spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just as my calculations projected. About time I met this variable in person.
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next chapter of our adventure has begun. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Krai. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way round. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nodcry?
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Huh? Here we are. Paimon, Traveler, we have arrived in Notcry.
Oh, wow!
Paimon, Traveler, welcome to Notcry.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of Notcry.
Oh! Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Ether and I first arrived in Tevat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Ether waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Notcry, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Notcry. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki? Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where it landed?
Notcry is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, it's been a really long time. Let's just do what we've always done and keep searching as we explore. Besides, what have you got to fear with your sidekick Paimon still here?
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship's here in Notcry surely counts as a big step forward, huh?
Like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa. Well, as the best guide in the whole of Tevat, Paimon hereby does solemnly declare, Notcry, here we come!
treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Care for a dance?
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
A little amuse bouche. A burst of flavor.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Dance with me! The curtain falls.
It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Krai, wouldn't it make sense to drop by the Adventurers Guild?
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
That is a Kuhanki, a species unique to the land of Krai.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the Kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading those who walk in the moonlight's glow to things of great importance.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although Krai lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 Archons did not exist at that time.
What? So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess. The Frostmoon Scions carved these as well.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Into the wind! The wind knows me.
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something useful.
Are there any particular points of interest?
It all looks pretty interesting to Paimon. If we have time, she'd love to see, pretty much everything.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there, we will be able to identify both the Adventurers Guild and several must-visit specialty stores.
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, enough is gonna put her out of a job?
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
This place sure is different from Snezhnaya.
There's no such thing as lost treasure. Only treasure that's waiting to be discovered.
Town actually looks pretty big from here. Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Which aspects in particular deviated from your expectations?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Krai as an adventurer's paradise. So she kind of thought it'd be a bit more picture perfect somehow.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Krai's past, the age of the Fae. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Krai, The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then, one day,
What happened?
there came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Krai, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps.
An irony?
Today, no official authority governs Krai. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's Central Plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there? You know, the biggest, tallest one.
That is Aino's Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning, likely due to a recent discharge.
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to Krai?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the cries of a young woman being dragged away.
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
Huh. When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair you, but she's even built a giant cannon to keep the wild hunt at bay.
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Varka waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll actually show up at the bar this early. You're right about that.
Into the wind!
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
The wind knows me. Yeah.
Take it easy.
Huh. Isn't this the Adventurers Guild? Why isn't anyone here? Does that mean that... Anyway, let's come back later.
Everyone says there's tons of work lately. Why is none of it coming to me?
Take it easy. A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right? Let's see. Varka? Varka!
No matches. I identify.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did actually say we'd be arriving today. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true, Varka's drinking prowess must have left quite the impression.
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Ineffa.
Hello there, Demian.
You know each other?
Of course. Ineffa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Inefa being gone.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Inefa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and Paimon, yes?
Yep, that's us. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Krai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! That's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along with Varka like a house on fire.
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Inefa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that Aino asked me to bring back.
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves. Why don't we meet up again later?
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance?
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move on. Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, you mean it's got something to do with Krai's history? Oh, that makes sense. But what exactly was this calamity? Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone mentions it. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please,
There's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle of a hallway.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but please, just call me Flintz.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name for sure.
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past. Would I?
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We've been to a bunch of nations already, but we only just arrived in Krai today.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just staying the night.
Oh, so you're here for business?
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Krai, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial grounds?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are stationed by the burial grounds, to hold the line where it is most vulnerable.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh, sounds like a tough job.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact, I like to think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd say I prefer the peace and quiet of a graveyard to the hustle and bustle of urban life.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she's still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than the living. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless Ratnik is like a mapless traveler. A serious conundrum indeed.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you any longer.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much needed light to that place of final rest.
Right. Well, if we get the chance.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time he spent around graveyards. His lantern? No, not really. You mean, 'cause it was broken? Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time we cross paths. Hey, don't you start spouting all that...
It's so noisy here. Back in my day, we'd...
Take it easy.
Paimon almost forgot something super important. Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow, the people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the... what now?
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon's Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
Happy to oblige! Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the Traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with us. We'll take one each.
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirits to heights anew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but wouldn't you want to keep those for yourselves?
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon's Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and compassion are the shining light that will lead us all out of the long, dark night. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Krai, driven by greed, and greed alone. More than ever before, we must all unite under the banner of virtue.
Huh, look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions. Got enough for us too?
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat this garbage?
Those stooges really are the worst.
Ever since they came to Krai with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the top of their blacklist by now.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill you have shown us. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary traveler far from home, what better respite than to bathe in the moonlight? You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave, the place we call our home. May we meet again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! So refreshingly fresh! Those two Fatui wouldn't know a good thing if it came up and bit them on the shoulder. Looks like Inefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next? Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see... Okay, Paimon's got our route all figured out. So, all that's left to say is... don't fall behind! This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafting bench, too. This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. All the waiters here are kids. This is the Vesnitsi Prolecha greenhouse. Apparently, their flowers are all made of metal, so they'll never wilt away. And this is the Rossum Workshop. If you ever need a weapon made, this is the place to go. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! Take a look at that! You can see really far out into the distance. That way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, that must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frost Moon Scions live. So, what'd you think? Even if Inefa kinda stole her limelight earlier, this just goes to prove that Paimon's own tour guiding skills aren't too... Hey, come on! Would it kill you to compliment Paimon? Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already a line forming outside. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship. Oh, where? Which one are you... Oh, now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Ugh, better not be who she thinks it is. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop. A word of warning, though. If we step into that shop, be sure to keep a very close eye on your Mora.
Into the wind!
Lucky us! The line seems to be gone now! Come on, let's go say hi to Catherine! Hey, Catherine! We meet again!
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses. Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person? At second glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine, and you certainly sound a lot less friendly.
Creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nod Krai now, and as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet, I might just have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod Krai lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply establishing a new order.
Yeah, right. We're like shady experiments, judging by your massive, creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So why don't you start by using your already limited processing capacity to calculate your even more limited options? And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this once. Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to Nod Krai, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Paimon hates feeling like she's being watched. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
Oh, you're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Ad Astra...
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone.
Everyone
Now
go
it's
in!
your turn!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Things are about to get dicey. There is no escape!
You support something.
Change Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Adventure time!
The wind knows me.
Witness the power of Krai!
All right, here comes another one.
Gotcha! There is no escape!
I'll make sure
I will have order.
solidify.
Illusion shattered! Busted! Adventure time! Rain cutter! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Laid bare!
This is where you fall. Transfixed!
Wind strike!
No, my sword!
I'm gonna fix your skull!
Quietly now. Shine down!
Better hold back this time.
Who's there?
Here comes the catch.
Do it.
Gotcha. Hey! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Teamwork is dreamwork! Laid bare!
Everyone hold hands!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the...
Into the wind!
As one with wind and cloud!
Now you shall perish! Time to act. Let me weave you a verse.
Torn to oblivion!
Adventure time! Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Let's light it up! I'm going in! Overruled! Pitiful! Take it easy.
This is order. Gather!
Everlasting as the moon! Here comes the catch.
Rise!
Everybody stand back!
I see everything.
Shine down!
Clouds high. The birds.
Rain cutter!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
As one with wind and cloud.
This may hurt a little.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Torn to oblivion!
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Gotcha!
Solidify!
Transfixed! I'm going in! Go on. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Let's go. Witness my rise. Teamwork is dreamwork.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Busted. Transfixed. Quietly now.
Gather!
Laid bare. Game's up. Time's over. I'm going in! Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
I'll make short work of you.
No, my sword! Shine down!
Committed to memory. Yeah, sharing my knowledge.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Grow!
Now you shall perish! Let me weave you a verse.
The Temple of Wisdom. Committed to memory.
No, my sword! There is no escape! Everybody stand back! Witness my rise. Laid bare. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Order guide you. Solidify!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. I'm going in! Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Insolent shadow punch. Where are you? Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Sharing my knowledge.
Purging. Get with me, Gresham. I'll settle this.
Inazuma shines eternal. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Our bond is strong.
Illusion shattered.
Roll, roll, roll. Make yourselves at home.
Looking for a fight? Dissipate.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Here comes the catch.
This may hurt a little.
All right, my turn.
Roll, roll, roll. Sharing my knowledge.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. The thunder falls silent.
Out of my way!
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Now you shall perish.
Get with me!
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Lightning terrified! Dissipate!
I see everything.
Here comes the catch. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
The Temple of Wisdom. Grow, grow, grow.
Get with me! Out of my way!
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Dissipate!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Get with me! I'll settle this!
Game's up. Fun's over. Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Sharing my knowledge. Grow, grow, grow.
Our bond is strong!
Insolent. Torn to oblivion.
Out of my way! Dissipate!
Committed to memory.
Things are about to get dicey. Illusion shattered.
Inazuma shines eternal!
This may turn a little.
There is no escape! Detached from the world. Illusion shattered!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Grow! This may turn a little.
Our bond is strong! Lightning, shine down! Now you shall perish!
Hey!
Gotcha! Stand with me! There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands!
I'll settle this! Shine down! Dissipate!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Grow!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Committed to memory, the Temple of Wisdom!
Stand with me! Out of my way!
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
This may turn a little.
Our bond is strong! There is no escape!
Here comes the cash.
I'll settle this! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Dissipate! All right, it's my turn. A dash of frosted. Everybody stand back. Goose on the loose. A little elusive.
Wind strike! Time to go. Clouds high.
Witness my rise. Late bend. Off to the freezer. I'm going in. Overrule. A little elusive. A burst of flavor. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork. Laid bare. The audacity! In over my head. Everlasting as the moon. Overruled. Commendable. Stand with me!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Things are about to get dicey.
Memory!
Out of my way!
Busted! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Grow! Make yourself a home!
Here comes the catch!
I'll settle this!
Torn to oblivion! Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Dissipate!
Commit to memory! Sharing my knowledge!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Our bond is strong!
Gotcha! Here comes the catch!
Grow!
Out of my way!
Shine down! Busted!
Commit to memory!
Now you shall perish! Game's up! Time's over! Illusion shattered!
I'll settle this!
Torn to oblivion!
Everybody stand back!
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Let's light it up! Teamwork is true!
This is where you fall.
Let's light it up!
As one with wind and cloud!
I'm going in!
Transfixed! Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
One with nature!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my...
I'm going in!
Journey ends here.
Dance with me!
Your sacrifice is ready.
Transfixed!
The show's only just begun!
Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? Teamwork is
It's fine. Clouds high. The birds come.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Fast!
Wind strider.
Everlasting as the moon! Laid bare!
Everyone
What a
go
waste
in!
of time! Stand with me!
Shine down! Quietly now. Things are about to get started.
This may hurt a little. Yeah! Make yourselves at home!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Our bond is strong!
Busted! Here comes the catch.
Commit it to memory!
Lightning terrified! Dissipate!
Shine down! Gotcha!
Torn to oblivion!
Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Stand with me!
Quietly now.
Slithering.
Inazuma shines eternal! Out of my way!
Gotcha! Game's up. Fun's over.
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Our bond is strong!
Things are about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! I'll settle this!
Quietly now.
Our bond is strong!
Busted!
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Illusion shattered! Out of my way! Stand with me!
Quietly now.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Here comes the catch.
Our bond is strong! I'll settle this! Now you shall perish!
Busted! Game's up. Fun's over.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Gotcha!
There is no escape! Out of my way!
Quietly now.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Things are about to get dicey.
Our bond is strong! There is no escape!
stage knows me.
Overruled! Everybody stand back!
Laid bare. One with nature. Falling leaves adorn my... Witness my rise. Overruled.
Teamwork is dream.
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
I'm going in!
The hearth! Now it's...
One with wind and cloud.
Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
Never again. What a waste of time! Illusion shattered!
Game's up.
Committed to memory.
Now you shall perish!
I'll settle this.
Make yourselves at home.
Gotcha! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Things are about to get dicey.
Roll.
Take care of the gang.
What a waste of time!
Stand with me.
Quietly now.
There is no escape!
Here comes the catch.
Sharing my knowledge.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Out of my way. Dissipate.
Committed to memory. I don't understand.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Things are about to get dicey.
Stand with me.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
I'll settle this. Dissipate.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Now you shall perish! Oh, out of my way!
Busted.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Here comes the catch.
Stand with me! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Lightning purified! Our bond is strong!
Quietly now.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Out of my way! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Our bond is strong! Now you shall perish!
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Let's light it up!
Transfixed!
Overrule!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds.
Everybody stand back!
Witness my lies! Transfixed!
Let's light it up!
Wind strike.
Laid bare!
Teamwork is trim!
Everlasting as the moon! Overrule! I hear children singing.
gravity! Oh, hey! There's a notice board over there. Huh. There's so much space on this thing, but only one post. Let's see here. Wait, Inefa needs help? Uh-oh. What's this about a major crisis? And ruin? We should still head over and check on things, just in case.
This research looks promising indeed.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
If I could just apply this discovery to
There
a
are
new
leaves
device.
around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port of call. Oh dear. So it is the real deal. Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my two most valued clients. And with no small thanks to your munificent patronage. Come. How could you just sneak into Not Krai like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all the stops to ensure that your boat ride over was as comfortable as humanly possible.
Thank the Archons we didn't tell you.
Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above board I am when it comes to doing business.
Well, regardless of whether that's true or not, the main issue here is that we had no idea you had a branch in Krai.
A clever merchant always has a backup plan, or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunter's arrows. A merchant with stores galore hears no debtors at the door. Since you're both here in Krai, would you care for some of my finest local souvenirs? Whatever you're looking for, I have it. Or if it's Sumeru you're missing, I've got that covered too.
We literally just arrived. Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourist trinkets to take back for our friends?
My, your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just the thing. You must be on the hunt for something like...
What's that?
Information, of course. Information about Krai, locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord Sangama Bay's brilliant mind. I knew it! I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider info for free.
Wow. You sure are feeling uncharacteristically generous today.
What do you mean by uncharacteristically? I am the most generous person forget it. Anyway, the long and the short of it is this. The moment I set up shop in Krai, it struck me how many different factions there were, all competing against each other for power and influence. Well, things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moon's remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the waters, the greater the potential profit.
Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for Mora.
Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise that brought you here. The chance to take your very own slice of all the latest and greatest business opportunities? In that case, what would you like to know about? What now? A spaceship? Nope, never heard of anything like that. Don't you two get involved in any big business here without so much as a heads up, you hear me? Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with some other merchants in Krai. And someone's bound to mention a place called the Curatorium of Secrets. Listen to my advice. Do not, under any circumstances, go there, no matter how much trouble you're in.
The Curatorium of Secrets? What do they get up to there?
Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood, Lord Sangama Bay.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
When did that little pipsqueak get so sharp? And after I gave them all that info for... What do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about your wallets. On behalf of your wallets.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know.
All right. Business is a cutthroat business. I won't argue with that. But I'm not lying about that boss lady. Not only did she make it into my top 3 people not to mess with in Krai, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors.
Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, my conscience is so large, why, you could fill 3 whole palaces of Alcazar's array. But when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't say that good old Lord Sangama Bay didn't warn you.
Take it easy.
Inefa!
Hello. I was just about to start tracking your whereabouts.
Did you manage to get everything Aino asked for?
I did. What about you? Do you need me to navigate or introduce any more places around town?
Not for now. We've seen most of it already. We probably need some time to process everything we've learned, though.
Any progress with the spaceship?
No. Catherine came back just now, so we asked her, but even she hasn't heard a thing.
One possible explanation is the vast stretch of time that has elapsed. Additionally, given the limited resources available in Krai, it is entirely plausible that the wreck was scrapped for parts, or even mistaken for a pile of broken machinery.
Aww.
Understood. In that case, why don't we go ask Aino together? After all, she was the one who salvaged me, ancient dragon technology and all. If there really are any unusual parts floating around Krai, there's a high chance they've passed through her hands at some point or another.
Good point. And since you keep mentioning her, we're curious to meet this whiz-kid mechanic too.
Understood. Then I'll handle navigation as before. ETA at the Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop.
Surely, it is the Moon Maiden's guidance
guiding
that
lights?
brought you here.
Praise the Moon Maiden!
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
My guiding lights? Well,
surely
it's actually
the Moon Maiden's guidance that brought you here.
Praise the Moon Maiden!
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Surely, it is the Moon Maiden's guidance that brought you here.
Take it easy.
One with nature. Into the wind. That hurts! Wind Strider. The wind knows me. Time to go. Time to go. Into the wind.
where you fall. Transfixed!
And purge the darkness! Strike him down!
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. A dash of frosting.
I stand against the long night and purge the darkness!
One with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
The pinnacle of excellence!
By the north wind!
An impressive bounty. An impressive bounty.
Time to go. The wind knows me. Follow the wind. Time to go. Time to go. fateful offering.
Laid bare. An impressive bounty. Witness my rise. Overruled. Here comes the catch.
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Something with which to commemorate this occasion. Laid bare. Transfixed!
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation. Take it easy. Easy money. Take it easy. A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Quietly now. Illusion shattered! Things are about to get dicey. Inazuma shines eternal! Remove. Busted. Wind strike.
fateful offering. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link. I have to the land of my birth.
Add as. Add as.
Don't tell me they did it again.
Who's our target this time?
The campaign begins. to oblivion! Our bond is taken care of! The king! Here comes the catch! There is no escape! Ha! Ha! Shine down! Game's up! Fun's over! Inazuma shines eternal!
Committed to memory!
There is no escape!
Grow! Sharing my knowledge!
Busted! Here comes the catch! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
This way freely!
There is no escape! Things are about to get dicey.
Grow! This way freely!
Quietly now. Stand with me!
Grow!
Here comes the catch! Now you shall perish!
This way freely! Committed to memory!
Gotcha! Our bond is strong! I'll settle this! Quietly now.
Grow!
Things are about to get dicey. Inazuma shines eternal!
Committed to memory!
Busted!
Dissipate! Grow! Make yourselves a home! Committed to memory!
Under full sight. Top right there! Out of my way!
This way freely! The Temple of Wisdom!
Here comes the catch. Quietly now. The bond is strong!
Grow!
Dissipate!
This way freely! Sharing my knowledge!
Busted! Things are about to get dicey.
Committed to memory!
Stand with me!
Yeah!
Blasted! Game's up. Flame's over.
Grow, grow, grow! Stop fighting! Make yourselves at home!
Quietly now. What a drag.
Our bond is strong!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Stand with me!
Gotcha! Here comes the catch.
Lightning, terrified! Our bond is strong!
Committed to memory! Make yourselves at home!
Take it easy.
Stand with me!
I don't understand. I see everything.
Things are about to get dicey.
Our bond is strong! Out of my way!
Quietly now.
Committed to memory. Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Here comes the catch.
Committed to memory.
Stand with me! Take care of the game!
Yeah!
dicey.
This may hurt a little. True life lasts forever.
Busted. Take it easy. Winging it wasn't the best.
Everyone hold hands.
Here comes the catch.
Committed to memory.
Ad Ast.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
It's raining again? This isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way. Easy money. Take it easy.
One with nature. The wind knows me. Time to go. One with nature. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy. good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy.
Trouble she couldn't handle?
Ah, Paimon and the Traveler are the first to arrive. Sincere apologies. I am unable to come down and greet you at the present moment. I will have to converse from up here.
Huh! Inepa! What the? Yeah, it does kind of seem like someone is having their fun.
The logic of your conclusion is unsound. My calculations suggest trapping me here was a serious decision for Aino.
Wait, so Aino's the one who did this? Ah, good idea. Does this giant magnet have a switch or something?
Request not feasible. Aino has locked down the control system. Analyzing further options. Conclusion. The priority level of certain rules must be lowered. Decision. I will temporarily override one of Aino's rules and inform you about the hidden control system. But first, I must be certain you will keep it a secret.
Okay. Paimon didn't really understand any of that. But don't worry, you can trust us for sure.
Sufficient grounds for override. Please proceed to the path to the side of the workshop and locate the robots scattered over there. Once you have located all the specific robots, you can unlock the control system. This is the back door Aino established for herself, as she often forgets the password.
Okay, so we just need to collect all the bots. We've got this! Wow! What a crazy hiding spot! Aino wasn't taking any chances, was she?
wind!
Detecting companions in need of help. Assistance in progress. Marking high probability search areas.
Zing Zap Mechanical Claw Backup Control System now online. Enter. Command confirmed. Shutting down Zing Zap Mechanical Claw number 1. Oh, you okay, Anafa?
Inspection in progress. All functions normal. I am unharmed. Aino adjusted the Kuvaki strength to make sure of that.
So, what exactly happened?
Compiling relevant data. Simplification in progress. In short, Aino created a new robot companion not too long ago, but yesterday, someone stole it from the workshop.
Oh, that explains it.
I used that term because Aino intends to unleash the force of her entire fleet of combat robots against those suspected of the theft.
What?
If Aino manages to use her genius for destructive purposes, all of Krai will be facing a crisis the likes of which has never been seen before. When I attempted to stop her, she trapped me with that device. Fortunately, I was prepared for that possibility, and was able to post a request for help in advance.
Oh, you mean that notice board in the middle of the square?
Correct. According to my calculations, posting that notice had a 94% chance of success, much higher than all other plans.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to miss.
Fortunately, you arrived just in time. Aino and her robot fleet should still be at the workshop. Please follow me.
You got it! Lead the way!
One with nature. Time to go.
Clink Clank Legion, it's time to move out!
Move out!
Our objective is simple. Track down the thief and save our comrade!
Track down the thief, save our comrade!
Aino, you have to stop this.
Inufa? How did you get free? I thought the Kuvaki would be more than strong enough. You can't do this, Aino! Aha! So you had help. Well, don't even think of trying to stop me. I don't care if I have to search all of Krai. I will find the person who did this. And we have to go now, or Cram Clank's 70% suite will get dismantled and sold for parts. Clink Clank Legion, move out!
Move out!
What do we do? It's not like we can resort to physical force.
I know sugar intake has already exceeded normal levels this month, but given the present situation, are either of you carrying anything sweet with you? Desserts are the only thing that can get Aino to calm down, and I have already used up the allotment I had prepared.
Okay, what's with the staring? Paimon's not one to leave leftovers, you know. Fine. Paimon does have some she was saving for later.
I know. Why don't you calm down for a second and have some dessert?
Oh, still treating me like a kid, huh? At least it worked. I know you guys think I'm making a big deal out of nothing. But this wasn't just some scrap parts you can sell on the black market. This was a robot I was about to add to the workshop, just like Aneva. And as the boss of this place, it's my job to look out for these bots. Even though I'm the one who gets looked after most of the time, but still... Not letting a bot get carted off right under my nose is the least I can do. It's a disgrace. I don't want to be that kind of boss. I know. Really?
We can come up with a plan together. We'll help you get Crumb Clink 70% sweet back safe and sound.
Thanks. And, about earlier? I'm sorry, Anafa. Phew. Looks like the military escapade's on hold for now.
Let's go back to the workshop.
Take it easy.
Job well done, everyone. Please enjoy some tea and dessert while we devise a plan of action.
Okay, so how is theft handled in Krai? Do we call the police or something?
Unfortunately, Krai is a largely autonomous region. There is no unified law enforcement organization, which means calling the police is theoretically impossible.
See? That's why we have to take it into our own hands. Still, turning all of Krai upside down seems a bit... What choice do I have? The thief somehow dodged my whole security system. I don't even know where to start searching.
Analyzing options. If their goal is Mora, the thief will likely head to Nasha Town to search for a buyer. I believe there will be useful clues there.
Nasha Town, huh? But there are so many shady people there.
It is not the best idea for you to interact with adults like that, I know. Perhaps you can get started on the workshop's order backlog in the meantime. Keeping customers waiting too long could have a negative impact on our reputation.
About that, Crumb Clank's core was built using a special kind of power, one that incorporates Kuvaki. I wanted to test it out, so I took orders that I knew would require Crumb Clank's help to complete. But with Crumb Clank missing, there's no way I can get them done. Curse that rotten thief!
Analyzing other solutions. All foreseeable results are anticipated to have a negative effect on the workshop.
Kuvaki? Wait, the Traveler can use that too! What? How is that possible?
Calculations complete. Adequate solution identified. Traveler, I would like to enlist your services to help Aino clear the workshop backlog. You will, of course, be generously compensated for your labor.
Come on, no need for that. We're all friends here, right? We'd be more than happy to help. Besides, it might give us a chance to learn more about Krai.
Much appreciated. Then, in the meantime, I will take care of the investigation in Nasha Town.
Nope, I'm gonna do that too. With the Traveler's help, I'm confident I can do both.
I know.
I need you here, Inefa. Someone needs to watch over the workshop and make sure nothing else gets stolen. You're the only one I trust to do that. Besides, Rescuing our stolen comrade is a job for the boss of this place, and that happens to be me.
Then I will defer to you, boss.
All right. Clink Clank Legion, move out. Ino sure is determined, huh?
Well, she is the boss of the workshop, and a capable one at that. Please have faith in her abilities and look out for her if she needs help.
No problem. Just leave it to us.
एजे तेरा स्किन
में
मेरा
से
है।
अभी तो ये नहीं आ रहा 4.0 में 4.1 में देखना पड़ेगा। मैं अक्टूबर का मिड में बता दूंगा, सेकेंड वीक तक बता दूंगा। ठीक है, अभी begin नहीं हुआ, बीटा का वेट करना पड़ता है भाई। 4. वीडियो फॉलो करना है, बता दो। ओके, और आ रहा है तू?
आ रहे दोनों आ रहे ना।
तो टेबल साफ करना टाइम। ठीक है, मैं आया
चलो एक डेट मैच लगा दो जब तक ये दोनों
हाँ, एक
आते हैं।
लगा देते।
प्रैक्टिस मैच हो जाएगा। अरे सुबह आज भयंकर एम लग रहा मेरा।
तो कैरी कर रहा ना?
हाँ अरे हर मैच कैरी, मतलब सैरिफ लेता हूँ टप टप सबको टपली।
ओके, थैंक्स अहमद फॉर कमिंग। बता दूंगा। पार्टी इज नॉट रेडी। कैसे रेडी
कौन
कर?
अनरेडी क्या है?
आ गया। आ जाए पाइथन, आए पाइथन को भी ले लो। अबे लग
अभी
गया।
मैच
ठीक है
फाउंड
ठीक है,
हुआ।
आओ तुम। मतलब एक टीडीएम लगा है।
टीडीएम नहीं, ओनली डीएम, फ्री टू ऑल, फ्री फॉर ऑल सॉरी।
अच्छा, हाँ तुम भी मार सकता मतलब मेरे को।
हाँ फ्री फॉर ऑल है ये। अरे तुम टीन का डब्बा मिल गया तुम्हें।
कुछ टाइम तक ये मैं बहुत यूज किया था।
हाँ अबे इसको गंदा ट्रोल करता हूँ मैं टीन का डब्बे को।
अरे भाई मेरे को कौन पेल दिया?
तू कौन सा है?
मैं क्या हूँ?
वाइपर मैंने पहला तेरे को।
यहाँ वाइपर।
उसको बुला ले अपना पार्टी में, पाइथन को।
इसको मारती हूँ। अरे भाई मैं इंटरनेट
टीन का डब्बे को पेल दिया।
आज लास्ट यूज करना है, दूसरा गेम में जाऊंगा।
हाँ आज लास्ट है ना।
परसों रॉयल पास दे दो। मेरा रुका भी रॉयल, मेरा दिक्कत हो रहा है इस बार, इसलिए तो मैं अभी तक गिव अवे का अनाउंसमेंट नहीं किया,
क्योंकि मेरे को देने वाला है ये अभी।
मेरा केवा
अबे तू रॉयल पास का करेगा?
अकाउंट जो है ना केवाईसी में फंसा हुआ, फ्रीज होके रखा हुआ।
ऐसे ही लेके रखूंगा।
ठीक है, केवाईसी में करके आया, कम से कम बोला एक वीक लग जाएगा मुझे लगता है। और संपाई बताओ कैसे हो? जाना बाद में यार। पूरा कौन ओवर ड्यू?
अबे यार क्या बकवास है ये मेरा।
अरे मस्त कर, क्राइसिस आ गया। क्या क्राइसिस है वो तो मुझे पता नहीं। बट केवाईसी के चक्कर में मेरा बैंक अकाउंट फ्रीज हो गया, पैसा जा रहा है।
अभी तक एक बार भी नहीं मरा मैं, 7 किल कर दिया बिना मरे।
क्या बात है, पैसा
हाँ इसने मारा, स्किल शॉट ने मारा।
दिक्कत नहीं बोल रहे, मेरा मतलब फंस गया है पैसा बैंक में। केवाईसी
अबे भाई क्या सेज है?
अरे यार रुकते तो मैं गेंशन बंद करके आया। अरे मैं थोड़ी स्टार्ट की, ये स्टार्ट कर हो गया है। टीडीएम लगा हुआ।
डीएम है डोंट वरी।
क्या मार दिया भाई?
अरे यार
सोचा कोई चिल गेम खेलोगे, बात करेंगे थोड़ा। आज खेलने दो, उसके बाद चेंज करेंगे। ये लोग बोला चल आज खेल लो लास्ट में। ठीक है चलो फिर।
अरे भाई सब आए थे ना आज, तो मैं
हाँ सब है बोल के खेले।
हाँ आज सब फ्री है लास्ट टाइम।
मैं तो हैकाथॉन में जाऊंगा, तो मैं तो अब आऊंगा ही नहीं। 19 तारीख तक ऑक्यूपाई हूँ।
इसकी ऐसी शॉट मारता है।
अबे सॉटी वाला कौन है?
वॉल है इसमें, ग्लू वॉल तो नहीं है, मगर वॉल पेनिट्रेट होता है, गोली आर पार होता है इससे।
अरे ग्लू वॉल मतलब वो क्या बोलते हैं, वॉल सेज का मार।
सेज का
ग्लू वॉल कौन बोलता है?
फ्री फायर वाले
को नहीं पता भाई, पहले बार सुन रहा।
अरे तेरे
अरे 3 का डब्बा
3 का डब्बा कौन है भाई?
ये सुबह में
उधर
3
ही
का
स्पॉन
डब्बा।
कर दिया हर वक्त।
अरे हड्डे लग जाए।
हे गुड इवनिंग, क्या हो?
अरे वो गाड़ी छी भाई, मेरे को लगा था स्प्रे चले जाएगा, नहीं गया। अरे ये कौन है भाई? भाई यार नहीं
जा रहा
चलती,
है,
पहन
ठीक
लूंगा
है,
फिर।
कोई बात नहीं सर, मैं कल आना, कल या परसों। थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। मत मार अपने हैशटैग लोअर पेन को उसका पहला रॉयल पास नहीं देने के लिए। अरे एक्सक्यूज देता हूँ। हाँ, क्या एक्सक्यूज में कौन, तुम देख लो, झूठ बोल रहे हो। हाँ झूठ बोल रहे हो। अनाउंस क्यों नहीं किया? रीजन है ना पीछे। अपडेट कर लिया आईफोन iOS 26 जैसा लग रहा है। iOS का अपडेट आ गया, मेरा तो नहीं आया आईफोन 30। मैं तो ऐसा कुछ
अरे यार मैं कितना गंदा है यार।
अरे
अरे कौन वाला? अरे स्पार्टन भाई थोड़ा तो रुक जाओ यार। मुझे तो फाइट दे रहा है,
मुझे लगा तुम मर गए।